guys, and welcome back to my channel. So sorry about that. So today I am bringing you a review from In Love Art Shop. They had contacted me and asked me if I would do a review of their products. So I jumped over to their website and I started looking at what they had and seeing if I can incorporate that into my channel, into the things that I do. And I decided that yes, I was going to go ahead and do it because they had some really cool things, and when I went over there, it kind of got my creative juices flowing, and I liked the things that they had. They have, the cutting dies, they have stamps, they have paper quilling stuff, they have diamond painting, they have tons of different things. So what I ended up getting was I ended up getting a few stamps, and I got a diamond painting from them. Since diamond painting is something that has become very popular in both the coloring community and then, of course, the diamond painting community. If you're big into paper crafts, they have some really cool cutting dies. It's something that I want to get because if I get that foam tape, I can then make embellishments on my coloring pages. I just don't have a die cutting machine yet. It's something that I need to invest in. So, but I did get some stamps that I think are really cool. So the first stamp I got was these birds. And I really like the birds because it's something that I can put in an open sky scene. It can be going across the sun. It can be over a body of water. And it just adds an extra thing that, is taking up that open space. A lot of people like the open spaceness of backgrounds. A lot of others are just scared of that. They're like, well, what am I going to do with the background? I can't tell you how many messages I get. Like, all I do are soft pastel backgrounds. What else can I do? And stamps are a great thing. So, so are stencils. But stamps are kind of like you can put whatever color ink you want on them, stamp them, and be done. Or you can stamp them in a really light color and then go over them with colored pencil or paint or whatever your preferred medium is. So I went ahead and I got the birds because I really like those. And then the next one I got, I have to say, is one of my favorites, is this one here. So it has some writing on the background, some script, and it has these flowers. The script does say, things on it. It says, these are the best days we have. Always enjoy the best moments, unique moments. So there's, there are words on there that you can make out that you can read. So I really like this one because if I use a light gray or a very light brown color, I can stamp it across my whole page and just have it look like it's on either vintage paper or vintage stationery or, aged letters, things like that, as long as I, use a really light color and make it in the background. And this is something that, you could put down. If this is your focal point here, you can kind of go up to your focal point, stamp it, and then you can come back over here and you can stamp some more. And if the words don't all, go across, it really doesn't matter. I mean, unless somebody is really scrutinizing your page and trying to read exactly what it says, it would still look like the vintage paper. I mean, you can always, see where you ended here and then kind of pick it up and start again over there if you wanted to make it look like a continuation. I would just, stamp across the whole page. Avoiding that focal point, or even if I did go over the focal point, if it was light enough, it wouldn't matter because I could cover it up with colored pencil or marker or whatever I'm using. So the next one that I have is this one, and this one I thought was kind of cool because it's unique. It kind of looks like paint splatters that kind of, veined out, like if you were to drop watercolor onto wet paper, it would just kind of, flow out. So this one kind of spiders out, and I really like that effect. It also kind of looks like broken glass in there. But what I like about this one is once you stamp it, there are so many possibilities. You can come in and you can kind of color this. You can color the open spaces if you wanted to. What I like is when I use my permanent ink, and if I do it, in a dark black or something like that, and I press it down, I can then go in with the watercolor and just kind of drop the watercolor on there and let it seep out. And it gives it, a really cool, almost stained glass effect, even though you have these paint splatters. It's kind of a cool thing. So another thing that I got was these. So I thought these were really cool. So this section here, so these are 4 individual stamps. These are your honeycombs. You have your little 4 set, you have a single one, and then you have your cluster of 9. Now the cluster of 9 does have this little shadow shading in between each one. So, you can stamp them, and then you can do the outside in your really light and have your dark in the middle. This one here, the cluster of 4, it has some, but not a lot, and your single one has, 3 itty bitty dots for a shadow. What I like about these, though, is because you have the ability to add on to make them as big as you want. You can add your single one here, and then you can do another one, another cluster underneath it, or add in your 4, however you want to do it, or just do a framed work. With your 4, you can kind of come up here, and you can do your 4, and then you can do your single one right on top, so then you have a cluster of 5, and just make a frame of your picture in honeycomb. So this is the other one that came on here, and with a lot of the steampunk and the mech kind of pictures being very popular now, this one is really cool. So it looks like metal plating, and you can kind of Tetris it, if you will, on your page. So you can kind of do it like that, and like where this opening is here, you can then turn it and put it like this, and you can get your background as big or as small as you want with these. I mean, even if you just inked up this square, you could just have a square again in your corners, however you want to do it. So with these stamps, I thought it was really cool. Now I did stamp them all out, so you guys can kind of see what they look like stamped out. And I do not have acrylic blocks. It is something that I need to order. So I've just been using them off the plastic. That's always a possibility. For my smaller ones, I'll use like an old CD case, or a case from like the top of a paper clip, a plastic paper clip case, and just put my small ones on there and use that. So acrylic blocks need to go in my shopping cart. So anyway, so with this, I just, I kind of put it down, did it like that. But this is the bird one. And like I said, I think that would be really cool just to see, even if I just use this small section here, just to have it going across the sun. I thought it would be really, really cool. And then next up is the big one with the flowers. And with this one, I tried to stamp it like I went really dark, and I kind of lifted it up and went dark. Well, I guess I got to turn it the right way. So I went really dark here, and when I inked it, I inked this center part with a gray, and I kind of lifted it up and did my other one here, and then I laid that center down so that I had dark, dark, and light. So I can kind of show you guys the contrast. You can go dark and bring it up a little bit more, or you can just go really faint in the background and just have it look like a piece of stationery behind a picture. So I really like that one. This was the other one, that really cool paint splattery one here, where, like I said, if you did it really dark, you can put watercolor on top of it, or you can even do watercolor on here now, just a really light wash to just give it that color effect behind the splatters, to make it look either like stained glass or just like there was watercolor thrown on there and it just kind of did its own thing. So that's another one that's really cool. And then the last one here, the last one is this one. So of course here I got my metal plates here that I just put down. I got my honeycomb cluster, the 4 and the 1. Like I said, with the honeycomb, it does have this shadow in there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me turn it this way. So it has these little bitty bubbles inside that just give it this shadow kind of look, and that doesn't bother me. The other really cool thing at the shop, if you go over there, they have so many different stamps. So if you're stuck on a background, like they have ones that are just bricks, so you get a whole, you get a whole square of just like a brick background that you can place on there. They have ones if you like doing making cards, or even in your journaling pages and your coloring pages, of course. They have ones that look like picket fences, so like you just have, a row of fencing that you can put down. They have butterflies. Like, they just have so many stamps, and they're so inexpensive. I was shocked at the price of these. I think I paid under $2 for each one of these. So yeah, it was super cool to go over there. And it was nice because they actually gave me a coupon that I can go over there and I can pick out the things that, I can incorporate into my channel and the things that I do. Instead of them sending me what they want me to review, I got to pick it out, which I absolutely loved. So I really appreciated that. This shop, this In Love Arts, they have a YouTube channel. they have a website, they have Facebook, they have Instagram, they have all that. So of course, if you want to stalk them, it'll all be down in the description as always. Another thing that I really like about this company is they have free worldwide shipping, over $25. So that just blew my mind that they would ship worldwide. And when you go on to order, it asks you where you want it to ship from. If you wanted to ship from China or if you wanted to ship from the United States. I chose United States, and it got here about a week and a half is what it took for my things to arrive, which I thought was really cool. You know, a lot of us get spoiled with Amazon, especially if you have Amazon Prime, which a lot of people do. So you get your stuff within, 1 to 2 days, depending on where you live. Sometimes you can get it the same day. So we get kind of spoiled with it coming so fast that when we go on a website that we're just like, oh my God, a week? Are you kidding me? That takes forever. For me though, a week and a half was not bad. I didn't even realize that it was a week and a half. Like I ordered it and then it just seems like it just came really quick. So yeah, the shipping I think is phenomenal. Now the next thing, let me show you this. So of course you guys know that I always have practice books to play with color combinations and play with things like that. So one of my ones that I use a lot is my Pop Manga book. So I was playing around with the metal plating stamp. So I just kind of stuck it on there. And I ended up using a brown ink on this. You guys can see my gold is horrible. Just practice. And I don't mind showing you guys my mistakes. But so I used brown on my stencil or on my stamp, because I knew that I was going to try different gold combinations on it. And with the brown, my colored pencil covers up the actual lines, where if I did black, it would be more like the line art, and then which is fine too. If you only have black, use black. If I was going to use silver, I would use a black or a gray for my silver. If I was going to do these to look like colored metal, if I was going to do blue, I would either do a light blue stamp or even a gray ink for my stamps to put on there. But there's so many possibilities, and then with it you could just Tetris it in, like you have this, so you can put, let's see, you can go like this and put this one in here, and then just try to either avoid this, or you can even go over the image, whatever image you have, you can go over it. If you're using a light enough ink, you can color right on top of it, so that's not a big deal. But yeah, this was just something that I was playing around with, to work out a full background. And it's something that I really enjoyed doing because, like I said, I can kind of piece them in however I want to. I can overlap them. And the possibilities are endless. And like I said, like if you go and you get their brick ones, or you get, their butterfly ones, like the butterfly, since she's holding a butterfly, would have been really cute, to just do some butterfly framing. So many options. Please go over there and check them out. The links of everything that I'm showing you today are going to be down in the description. Also, they gave me a discount code for you guys. You guys can get 15% off of anything in their shop, which I thought was really, really kind of them to do. Like I said, free shipping over $25, and their site is so nice. Like I would spend over $25 almost every time, because they also have like clearance stuff and sale stuff, and I'm totally a sale and clearance stuff girl, because you just get more for your buck, So I'm going to zoom you guys out, and I'm going to show you what else I got. So the next thing I got, now I did open this because I wanted to check it out before I showed you guys. So the next thing I got was a diamond painting. You guys know that I am addicted to eyeballs. I love eyeballs. I don't know why, but I've always been drawn to them. So this is their diamond painting. This one is their 56 by 56 centimeter, which comes to like 20, I think it's 22 inches by 22 inches. It wasn't the biggest size they had, and it wasn't the smallest. It was just, somewhere kind of in between. The one thing that I have to say is they are full canvases. They're full diamond paintings, but they only come in, so far, after I've looked through quite a few of them, they only come in rounds. So if you're a square lover, but they do only come in rounds. Again, you can pick whether you wanted to ship from the United States or to China, which I really liked. They do come with the cellophane, and some people like the paper over the cellophane. It really doesn't matter to me either way. I do like that they're super sticky. Like you can see, like it's super sticky. The other thing that I was checking out on here, which is another reason why I opened it, is just the quality of the canvas. Some of the ones that I got have a lot of air pockets on the actual canvas, so I have to go in, make a little slice into them, get that air out, or else you get that bumpy kind of effect when you put your drills on here. And this one, I think I found 2, maybe 3, but I think it was only 2, and they were very small. So I was so impressed with the quality of the canvas. So the next thing it came with, of course, are 2 little trays. You got your wax, you got your little, your pens. They gave you some extra baggies. If you don't have containers, you can use the baggies to put your drills in. I normally just use something like this. I have quite a few of these. They hold 24 things in them. They don't like, they only hold like a 1 little bag a piece. So like if my blacks, I normally have to use like 4, 8, something like that. But I use these because I take my diamond paintings with me to bed, or if I go downstairs, I just take a few colors with me and go and set up if I'm not up here in my art room. And so the next thing that I really liked was the way that the drills came. So they came in this big old bag. It was wrapped up in the diamond painting, of course. So it pops open, and I like that they're all individual. They're not in the long strips because for some reason, you guys know that me and scissors are not best friends. But sometimes when they're in that long strip and I go to cut them or I rip them off, I always rip the bag underneath. So I really like that they all come individual like that, and like the blacks come in these really big bags. I also like that they use the DMC numbering system, because some of them that I got, like one of them that I got was just like, your 1, 2, 3, 4, and they number them all. I like the DMC colors because whatever I don't use, I can save and keep it for another project if I'm running short on a color or whatever. So that I really like. Now this one did come. I gotta tear that one apart. Watch, I want to make a hole. No, I didn't. So yeah, this one did come together, but most of them don't. Most of them were all individual like this, which like I said, I really like. And I have not went and put them in my containers yet because I wanted to show you guys how they came. So like I said, that's to me, that's a plus. They have their sizes go up, and they have some pretty big ones, and to me it's pretty reasonably priced for this one, this big one here. It was relatively cheap considering how much I've priced them out as at this size. So their prices are excellent. Their price range, they're affordable for most people. And like I said, that you can get them even in a smaller size, and I think the smaller sizes are like $6 or $7. Like they were really reasonably priced. There's another one on there that I really want to get. It's a unicorn. The unicorn's kind of like a skull, and I talked about that before in my video that I seen it, and I really want to get it. It's like the skeleton of a unicorn with the big mane. Totally cool. But I was drawn to this one because, well, I love eyeballs, and you guys know this. So yeah, I wanted to share their products with you because I do think that they're an excellent company. Their customer service is great. Whenever I had a question, that I would email them and they would get back to me within 24 hours, which I really appreciated. Again, all of their links to their Facebook, their Instagram, their YouTube channel, their shop are all going to be down in the description, along with the links for everything I've shown here today that I got. And your 15% discount code that they gave me. So make sure that you use that. Go on over there. If you're going to get something, go there, shop around, see what they have. Check out their sale items too, because there's a lot of cool ones over there, along with their stamps and their die cutters and their diamond paintings. All of it's just wonderful over there. So I'd like to say thank you to In Love Art that reached out to me and asked me, to review their products, because I am very pleased with their quality. I'm pleased with their selection of what they have, especially for what I do. It got me out of my my rut that I was in, and allowed me to get more creative, especially with some of the stamps. I really like those. And I want to be working on this diamond painting, of course. I will not be doing this on screen, but I will be posting pictures of it up on Instagram as I'm progressing through it. I'll also show it on my channel every now and then, depending on what I'm working on for you guys. And so yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you go and check out the website, come back, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the shop, because I think they have some pretty cool stuff. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys very soon. Have a great day. Bye.